You once compared the centralized command and control used by the Russian military and the decentralized mission-style command and control used by the Ukrainian forces. Would you please elaborate on this? How does it play out in the fact that Russia had such a difficult time gaining ground?
At a fundamental level, the Russian army and the Western NATO armies have very different philosophies in how they wage war. And this goes all the way back decades, if not centuries, Soviet times and before. In so much as, Western militaries rely on what are called mission style tactics, meaning everyone from a 22-year-old corporal up to a general understands deeply the mission, why they're there, what they're trying to achieve. And the reason for that is that when command and control breaks down, when in the chaos of war, if everyone understands the mission, even if the plan isn't working and nothing is going according to plan, and even if people can't talk, if everyone understands the mission, they can adapt to get the mission done, to complete the mission. So that's mission style tactics. The Russians have a very centralized command structure where all decision making is made in one place, where plans are very tightly orchestrated and choreographed. And that can work well if everything is going according to plan. But the weakness of that system is that when things don't go according to plan, the junior soldiers don't have a good idea of why they're there, what their mission is, and you quickly see chaos develop when you have that centralized planning structure, as we've seen in Ukraine. And I think a great example of this was, if we remember early on after the Russian invasion, there was a 40-mile long convoy leading down to Kyiv. And that convoy that was 40 miles sitting there was really a traffic jam. And there was a breakdown amongst the Russian command and control when things didn't go according to plan, where none of these vehicles knew what they were supposed to do. And so we're really seeing in Ukraine today two diametrically opposed philosophies of warfare engaging with one another. And the Ukrainians, with their mission style tactics, are doing far, far better than the Russians.
Given that, if the fight descended into a guerrilla war, as some analysts predict, will it give Ukraine a greater edge?
I'm very skeptical that it will devolve into a guerrilla war. I think one of the challenges that we're having in the West right now is we perpetually keep underestimating the Ukrainians and overestimating the Russians. And we seem very reluctant, despite a month of continual battlefield successes, to just say what is glaringly obvious. The Ukrainians are winning this war. And so far it appears that they're winning it pretty handily. If they'll still need support from the West in terms of weapons and material to keep pressure on the Russians, but they have certainly shown themselves more capable of fighters than the Russians. In the event, which I believe is unlikely, that this would sort of have to devolve into a guerrilla-style war, I think you would see the Ukrainians as highly effective guerrilla fighters.